Thank you, Ms. Fraggins. Thank you, Mr. Lockhart. Absolutely wonderful as always. Next, we are going to hear from Truecilla Lewis, who is the PTA Council President.
Well, Ms. Bright railroaded me into PTA Council President. And she's part of the family engagement in our road to recovery. I would like for the PTSA, which is Parent Teacher Association with Students, is the Vice President here, Alex Weingartner, Second Vice President, Mr. Emmanuel, Secretary, Ms. Sanders, and our Treasurer, Ms. Cunningham. Would you please stand? We are the PTAS Council, and every building has a PTA. We would like for everyone to join the PTA, to be a part of it, to make sure that the kids and the parents have a voice as well. Now, when Courtney called me and said, would you speak for the PTA? Keep it short. I guess you remember me being in meetings talking a lot. So, I will not talk that long. She told me to give a message or a motivation for PTA. And my message today is, don't worry about your haters' birth division. Don't worry about your haters' birth division. Without a vision, the people perish. If you don't have a vision, you're going nowhere. I'm reminded that it says, write the vision and make it plain, so that when others read it, they will follow it. Write the vision and make it plain. Mr. Pettigrew and the board has written the vision, and now we can run after it and chase it. When I looked up the PTA, it was founded by two women, European descent, in 1897. They started the PTA as a group of mothers to make sure the mothers had a voice. The hand that rocked the cradle rules the world. So we want the parents involved. But the part that really got me is when I saw in 1926, there was an African American by the name of Selena Sloan Butler. She was born in 1872, right after slavery had been abolished. She went on to Spelman at that time to graduate, and it was a high school degree she got. She also married an African American who was a doctor from Harvard. But during this segregation time, Jim Crow laws, Miss Butler decided she wanted to put her child in a school in the community, and there was no place for her child. So she started what is known as the National Congress of Colored Parents and Teachers. She went on to, since she couldn't find a school, she brought the school to life. She created a kindergarten in her home. After reading more about her, I found out that Ms. Butler also worked diligently for public education. She wanted to make sure public education had a voice. And when she passed in 1964, we were just starting a great civil rights revival. When I said, write the vision and make it plain, don't worry about your haters, birth the vision. Miss Butler did that. She wrote a vision, a plan, and she made it plain so that others, when they saw the vision, they could run with it and make sure it was fulfilled. I want you to know in 1970, Miss Butler is named with the National PTA as a founder because she wrote a vision and she made it plain. East Cleveland has a vision. It is written. We're going to make sure it's plain and clear so those behind can run with it and follow it. We're on the cutting edge. I'm reminded, and this is it, Courtney. This is it. I'm stopping killing Courtney. I'm reminded of times when there were kings and queens. I'm reminded when it was a time of kings and queens, and there was a cupbearer who said, I'm going to build a wall. And he began to build a wall, but he had daily haters. Again, don't worry about your haters, birth the vision. And he built the wall in the shortest amount of time. In East Cleveland, we're building a wall of hope. We're building a wall where others can write and add onto it. We even have a new performing arts school. So therefore, they are history makers. They are writing the vision and making it plain. We're going to invite you on August 22nd. August 22nd, if you are a male, you know of a male, to join us 7:30 sharp. We have 100 men with the PTA to welcome our young men into this new vision. Write the vision and make it plain.